Mr. Chandan Mitra, your first reactions then to the Prime Minister's comments, do you think in a sense they deflate then the BJP's attack on him personally?
No, the BJP's attack, I think, is entirely justified, and even now this is not satisfactory. Why was he not named in the FIR? As Mr. Parakh, the former Coal Secretary, has said, that if he has done anything wrong, you see, so has the PM. PM was the minister in charge. So everything lands at the PM's door, and there is no way in which the PM can escape this. So I think the FIR has to be revised. The Prime Minister has to be named in the FIR, and there should be a proper investigation. And I hope that such an investigation will be monitored by the courts, so that the CBI, which has rightly been described as a caged parrot, is not tutored first by some minister or some official in the PMO that what kind of innocuous questions to ask the Prime Minister, and then they do this whitewash job and then give a clean chit to the Prime Minister, which they are quite capable of giving. So
okay. You're saying the CBI could still be open to much manipulation, but don't you think it's significant today that the Prime Minister is saying that he's not above the law, that he's open to questions from the CBI? Isn't that important?
Well, he has done no favor by saying to the country, by saying he is not above the law. Nobody is above the law. Nobody in this country is above the law. So Prime Minister should not be above the law, and it's a statement of fact. And it is the CBI and the investigative agencies which have gone about things in such a manner that some people have become holy cows. They cannot be questioned, they cannot be asked. But I think the more important question is, can somebody who is directly responsible for the scam be questioned when he is still in office? When you don't allow, and when ministers are sacked and various people are removed from office, saying that pending inquiry, they must step down. I think the logical step should be for the Prime Minister to say, I am stepping down, let the inquiry go on, let the inquiry be completed, and if it exonerates me, I will resume office again. That should be the procedure. So merely saying I am not above the law does not mean anything. So you're taking it a step further. You believe that in the interest of a fair inquiry that the Prime Minister should actually step aside and let that go on. Majid Memon has a response to that.
Now, Mr. Mitra, I must clarify here that, first Bharatiya Janata Party must fairly be silenced by, this act on the part of the Prime Minister, who definitely has very clearly said that he is not above law and his doors are open in case CBI needs to make any queries from him in pursuance of their query, their investigation or inquiry into the coal scam case. No, please understand. Give me 1 minute. Now see, please don't jump to conclusions. If CBI is wanting to ask something to somebody as a citizen of India, Prime Minister is one such citizen of India, that does not mean, Mr. Mitra, CBI can question you, CBI can question me. We can be witnesses even to furnish the personal information that we may carry in order to assist the investigating agency in furtherance of that investigation. So don't jump to the conclusion that he is suspect or the man who is being questioned by CBI is definitely an accused person. You see, under section 160 of the Criminal Procedure Code,
he's questioning the whole basis of the FIR, that if you're going to name the former Coal Secretary, then why not the Prime Minister?
Not necessary.
And why dance around this word? Why not say the Prime Minister was the competent authority? It was a very strange FIR.
Nidhi, for your viewers, I will clarify one more thing. Only because the Prime Minister has today said that he is not above law and he is open to respond to any queries by CBI does not necessarily mean that CBI has to rush to the Prime Minister now. CBI has to professionally, legally examine if there is any need.
But he signed off on the files. Prasenjit Bose, he signed off on the files. Then isn't it the CBI's moral duty and actually its job to then find out more at this point?
Not only that, I would first of all say that, Dr. Singh has made this statement. My point is, what other option did he have? And what has he said? He has said he is not above the law. Of course he is not above the law. Nobody in this country is above the law. So I don't think that, if this can be interpreted as any smart move or anything. I think that he is just stating the obvious. He has seen the writing on the wall. This has been a scam. This is a Supreme Court monitored investigation. The CBI has filed an FIR. He was the minister in charge of the coal ministry when all these cronyism ridden allocations were made. So he has to take responsibility.